Signature edits. So I start in Camera Raw. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open up the shadows a little bit. I'm going to turn down the highlights just a tad, and there's a reason for that, because in the signature edit process, I'm also going to open up the blacks in this photo just because they were so dark that we were losing the depth and dimension in the portrait. We want to be able to see the lines of his suit, etc. So, ooh, open, open, open. The signature edit process is rather time consuming, as you will see. And so as you're shopping around for a photographer and you're noticing that there is a huge disparity on pricing and you're like, wow, why does this photographer only charge $50 and give you everything? And why does this photographer charge considerably more? Well, not every photographer is in business as a photographer. Some people just do it as a side thing. And not every artist is the same. For me, it's my business is about quality versus quantity. I don't want you to have 100 images that are okay. I want you to have anywhere from 1 to 10 images that are amazing. The kind of images that you would hang on your wall as art. The kind of images that when people see them, they're like, wow, that's awesome. Where did you go to get your pictures taken? Something that's like a showstopper, you know? So first thing we're going to do here, did I already, hold on, window. Where's my history? History. Okay, so far we converted a profile and we sharpened it. That is exactly what we did. Now this particular client ordered a vivid metal collage. Our vivid metal collage is by far our most popular product for high school senior packages and sessions. So the next thing we're going to do is we are just going to do skin cleanup. Skin cleanup is blemish removal. If you are a teenage girl and you did not have time to go get your eyebrows waxed before your session, and you're one of those people that likes to have your eyebrows waxed, I can tweeze your eyebrows for you in Photoshop. That is a part of the signature edit service. And if you have a terrible acne breakout, or you're just somebody that is prone to acne, which is not unusual for our teenage years, I can take the acne out of your photo for you. I do have some clients that are like, nope, I absolutely want zero alterations to my pictures. That happens rarely. Very, very rarely, actually. But if you truly are like, no, I want my pictures to just be completely all natural, that is totally possible. That being said, most of us do not want to be featured by our blemishes, because blemishes are temporary. Now, see, he's got this little, I call it a beauty mark, but it's a mole right there. So Always very careful when I'm doing my signature edits to not get rid of a mark that should be there all the time, like a freckles. Freckles can be, I love freckles. I love editing with people, but freckles can be tricky, especially if you got freckles everywhere. Mixed with acne, freckles mixed with acne, that can be tragically tricky, but I'm the best at what I do. So once your order is placed, production time is about 6 weeks. And the reason why production time is 6 weeks is because of the editing process. Do I want to leave his foot in the original crop? I like his foot in there, but I'm also going to do a tighter crop. This is currently cropped 11 by 14. Yes, it is. So blemish removal is the first part of what I do. We're also going to do tone and color adjustments. We're going to work to make this image really, really pop and stand out so it kind of comes to life. Now you'll notice this is the before and this is the after. It's a significant difference, but it also changed the color of a suit a little bit. It's got a little bit too much magenta in there. So we're going to tone that down. Yes, I like that. Still noticing just a little bit of pink in there that I don't want. Making sure that everything is blended is really important. Photoshop beauty blending. Now, in regards to those people that hate on Photoshop, Photoshop is the equivalent of a photographer's digital darkroom. You know, we are in a modern age, and our photographs, our professional photographs don't just happen. Yes, we create magic in camera, but for me, I shoot raw, which means that the file format in itself, you can't even do anything with it unless you process it first. So when I take my pictures, I have to come back and I have to process the images for my clients to be able to see. And that process in itself is time consuming. So when I created my price list, it includes the cost of the products. It includes the cost of labor. It includes the cost of goods. I think I said cost of products and cost of goods, which are the same thing ultimately, but profit, loss. Photo retouchers typically charge on the professional end anywhere from $40 to $100 an hour. So during busy season, I can either do the work myself or I can hire or outsource so that I can keep up with my workflow. Part of the wait time is the fact that it is just me, just me. So what am I doing here? Right now, I am just evening out skin tone just a tiny bit. Now, our skin has texture. It's really important, especially on a man's face, to not make it look too smooth. And really trying to keep it minimal. This gentleman is perfectly handsome the way that he is. All of my people really are gorgeous, just the way they are. So this isn't about changing anybody. It really is about adding a professional polish. It's also nice because sometimes I have clients that come in and they're like, you know what? I absolutely love this picture, but there's this one thing about the picture that I don't like. Can you do this or can you do that? It's nice to be able to cater to my clients' needs. Like, so for myself, now that I'm older, I have this weird neck thing that happens where I have a pterodactyl dinosaur growing out of my neck. That's me being dramatic. But personally, I don't really like it. So since it's my picture, I just go ahead and take it out. And I feel better for it. Because nobody that sees me in real life is like, oh, look at there's Amber and her dinosaur neck. But I see it in pictures and it bothers me and it doesn't need to be there. So I just get rid of it. In this particular case, just some light skin cleanup, a little bit of skin smoothing, adjusting the shadows, the low lights and highlights, making sure that there's a good color tone overall. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is going to be printed on Vivid Metal. I'm very excited about it. He looks dapper in his Calvin Klein. Now, another thing I want to do is I want to enhance the highlights and lowlights of this image just to give it a little bit more depth. Oh, and you can see that I have it barely, it's at 4%. So then I say it's subtle. This is really, really subtle. This gentleman right here is a star football player. Really, really, really an amazing athlete. He was an absolute blast to work with, photograph. I adore his mom. Really good people. Now, it was freezing cold during this session, freezing cold. And so his nose is just a little bit red because of how cold it was. This was taken on a stormy, windy. Did I mention that it was freezing? So I'm going to try to turn this down just a little bit. Let's take it out just a tiny bit. We want to add a little yellow. Yep. Before red. Yep. I love what I do. Ah, no, go back. Thanks. That was a little dramatic. Layer, soft light. Do this. Ready? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, grasshopper. See how we have the natural highlight here on the suit? Zoom, 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 zoom. What are you doing? What are you doing? It was fine the way it was. This is gonna look so good on their wall. Oh yeah, I love this picture. It's awesome. And we're going to do this one thing here. Sharpen his eyes. Detail there. Kevin Klein. Smashing. I want layer. How are we doing here? Oh, pretty much nailed it though. Yeah, I like that. So then we have ready. Before. And after. Signature edit. Smile Like Your Seniors, photographer Amber Garibay. SmileLikeYours.com.